Okay, quality's gonna be poor. I don't really give a shit, but it's just a warning. Just turn it into like dreams or writing where the shit fades away, but it's starting to fade away. Alright, I'm like any other man. I have my relapses, you know, where I'm just like, I'll be in a time of weakness, like, a regret or something, you know? When I was a kid, we used to call it this, it's like the ice cream dilemma, you know? You get ice cream, and then you feel fucking amazing, and then, when you don't have it, or when it's gone, or whatever, you kind of hold yourself to the standard of that high still. But you have to remember that ice cream was always an addition. It was always an extra. It was something that you were never going to get, you know. It's not a requirement. It's just some extra thing that happened to you. It's the same thing with women. You can't be sitting there thinking, like, oh, I had this young girl and I let her go, or she disappeared, or da-da-da-da, she cheated on me, I fucked up, I left her. Like, you can't think about that. I'm not really one to preach about it. I really shouldn't. But even in my life, women come and go, and I get attached to one, and maybe I'm young, maybe I'm older, and I get really attached to them, and then the same thing happens. And I always thought it was something, and this girl's different than the last girl. Oh, this girl's shittier than the last girl. Like, comparisons, trying to compare them, but it's kind of all the same thing. And when you think about it, the problem is that in our society, we think about it. That's the problem. When I was younger, when we were growing up, we didn't think about it. Now everyone's thinking too fucking hard. So men and women are different, and people forget that on a daily basis. Even I do, like, find myself forgetting that because of the propaganda. Everyone's equal. It's like a weird layer of just nasty shit that sits on top of us all the time, right? And so, like, when I played video games with my sister when we were younger, it was never really a contest. It was never really a thing. It was entertainment for me. I would let her win, or I let her lose, you know? It wasn't ever on an equal playing field, and that's the way it is with women and relationships. Men are not on an equal playing field emotionally with women. Men are stronger in some departments, but women have specializations in other departments as well. And when it comes to that emotional game, we will always lose. We're just not built for it, okay? It's not what we're supposed to be doing. They say that women can, like, multitask, but it's just really shitty. It's like doing a bunch of things really shitty, but a man, he can do that, but he doesn't. He focuses on one thing almost all the time. Sorry, it's like raining and shit here. So, like, in a relationship, a woman's gonna let you lose sometime, and then she's gonna let you win. It's just a game for her. It's like you're playing fucking Mario with her, and she's the expert. She owns the game. She has it at home. She plays it all the time. You just came over to her house. And that's the way it is with relationships. Especially with this whole MGTOW movement. It's like, we're getting red pilled almost every day. I'm thinking about stuff, and people used to tell me when I was younger, like, oh, these are the best days of your life, and especially older people always tell me that shit, and it's not fucking true. If you think about it, if you watch all the videos of the guys making videos, if you listen to men, the best part of your life is after. It comes later. Yeah, when you're like shitting yourself and you can't remember anything or whatever, just go live in a fucking cabin and get killed by a bear. But up until that point is the best point. In your 20s and stuff, it fucking blows. I just turned, 31. I don't feel any different, but there is a difference. I feel it when I'm at work, you know, but I don't feel it like in my mind. I feel it as the experience comes to you gradually. So if you're ever thinking about some young girl or whatever, some girl that's giving you a hard time, some broad, try not to. I know it's super fucking hard. You probably won't even be able to do it, but just try not to fucking think about it too hard, because every girl you ever had, you thought she was going to be around. You thought you were going to see her for a long time. Maybe you thought you were going to marry her or something. But it always turned out the same, didn't it? How many guys are there that can really say, like, oh no, I met her and she was the one, and I dated other girls before, but they were fucking terrible. And then I met what's her face, and she turned everything around for me. Like, I don't bump into a lot of those guys. All the guys that I know that are settled down, that are married or have kids, they're just sort of dealing with this shit. And maybe they think it's the best they can get, or maybe they like them a lot, or they're like a bull, you know? Most of my buddies tend to settle down with girls that are submissive. So I just want to spur of the moment make a video about it, because I was doing that to myself. I was sitting there thinking, like, oh damn, you know, I was seeing some young bodies on TV or whatever, and I was like, oh damn, that one girl and that other girl. And then I started thinking, you know, there's more than one, and they're all kind of the same. The shit kind of stacked up, and every time I was thinking the same thing after they were gone, and then every time I ran into a fucking different one. Come to think about it, I think consecutively my girls have gotten younger in terms of like ones I've dated, and now I'm fresh on this whole MGTOW bandwagon, but you know, I'm still not fully on board. Like, I still want to fuck around with girls, I still hang out with them, but god damn, it's hard to meet a girl that's not an alcoholic, you know, that's not a complete piece of shit. And then the ones that you're like, oh, she's not a piece of shit, she's not a total bitch, like, she might just be playing you like fucking Mario. Anyway, I'm not really sure what else I can add to it. It's probably gonna do it. Thanks, guys.